Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Hey guys, welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. My name's Sam.
And I'm Chris. How you going, Sam?
I'm good. I want to say hi to everyone that's checking out our podcast, all the new listeners.
Well, good to have you on board, peoples.
Chris doesn't normally talk like that, so he's having, I don't know what's going on. He might be having a stroke.
I think I might have spent too much time listening to those people in Memphis yesterday. Like, no, there's only 4 hours worth of it in a row. But hell, they really have an accent there.
They do.
Yeah.
I managed to get Chris onto Making a Murderer, and then he cursed me because he spent 10 hours watching that.
Oh, yeah. I got carried away, watched the whole season. It was awesome.
And so there might be spoilers if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Are we gonna talk about it in depth, do you think?
Well,
Okay.
I think it's so mind-blowing.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think everybody should listen to it. So if you haven't watched it and you intend to, fast forward a bit through this for maybe 2 minutes or something. And, yeah. So, it was really, really good. I think most of us come to the agreement that it's unlikely Steve Avery did the murder.
Wow, some people do think he did it. I think what everyone agrees upon...
What everyone agrees upon is that he shouldn't have got done for it given the evidence that was presented.
Yes. I think it was that shady... was it the uncle?
But you and I agree that he probably didn't do it.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
No.
But yeah, there was a really good... theory that was published. It came from a YouTube comment on something, I don't know, but it was reposted in the subreddit and I sent it through to UA.
Yep.
And that was really, really cool. So basically the guy posited that the whole thing was, the reason it doesn't make sense to think of it as a conspiracy, because it's just too many inconsistencies, is because there's two conspiracies going on.
That they don't know about each other.
And they're oblivious to each other. They probably do now, or at least one party does.
Yeah.
Where there is an actual murderer who decided to frame Steve Avery a bit by putting the bones and stuff in the yard and putting the RAV4 in the yard.
Yeah.
But what this guy suggests happened, and I think is quite clever, and it sort of reads pretty soundly to me, is that the real murderer, and I'm not going to even consider who that is. We've got some ideas, but we'll just ignore that for the moment.
Yeah.
The real murderer leaves the RAV4 there with the keys in the ignition, and sort of puts the things up against it and all the rest of it. Then what this guy suggests happened was that Mike Halbach, the brother or brother-in-law, or cousin, whatever he is, and the ex-boyfriend, the weird one.
Yeah, he comes across as a weirdo.
They decided, hang on, everything's happening in the Avery thing, and they go in without permission and find the RAV4.
Which you can imagine happening if you're in that position.
Totally. Like, if it was my sister or something that had disappeared, I'd be all over everybody's crap, looking everywhere. I'd be nosy as hell. So that's cool. And, you can't blame them for that and whatever. But anyway, so they go in there without permission. They come across this RAV4. They call, what's his name? Kosek?
Yeah, the sheriff dude.
Yeah, the deputy dude.
Yep.
And he's the one that, I've forgotten his name, was it Andrew?
Yep, sounds good.
Andrew, whatever.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, he comes in, he comes onto the property, and he calls in the license plate.
Which is the audio.
That was in the testimony. And he calls in the license plate to check if it is the right car, and it is. Then he goes to these two that were not supposed to be there, like, disappear, this never happened, you were never here.
Yeah.
We'll sort this out, right? So Kosek, whatever his name is, thinks, right, we've got Stephen Avery dead to rights. Calls Link. Link says, you idiot, you called the station on a cell phone. That's recorded. This will come up later. So cover your tracks by taking the license plate off, right? And he also said Mike Halbach took the keys out of the car because he didn't want Steve Avery to drive off with it and put it in the crusher or whatever.
Yeah.
And Kulsick grabbed the keys off Mike Avery, so they have the keys, right? Which, when they leave, becomes a problem because it's like, oh, crap, we've got to get the key back in there somehow. So that's one of the reasons why they reckon, put the key.
Yeah, after the 8th visit or whatever.
Yeah, had to drop the key in. So obviously, to make it stick a bit more, they did the blood thing. And again, if you haven't seen this, I'm not going to go into detail, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. And we believe Link did the blood thing. He knew where it was.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
sort of no other reason it should have been open.
And the real murderer is like in court going or watching the thing on TV or whatever, and suddenly going, "What the hell?
Yeah,
there's blood evidence in the airport. There's." Steve Avery's blood? Woohoo! How the hell did that happen? So there's these two conspiracies that are going on, basically. So anyway, there was pretty good theory. I liked it. I think it works pretty well.
So you got your life back after watching that, and there was lots of questions and what the hell moments, and then you jumped right on into another true life crime.
Well, I saw the post this week from Peter Jackson.
Yes.
That I sent to you, and you didn't realise it was Peter Jackson.
You know why I didn't realise it? Is because it was a LinkedIn article, eh?
No, it was a Facebook post.
Well, whatever it was, his name was so little and shitty at the top, it just didn't register with me. Could have been anyone.
It was a Facebook post. So we'll put a link to that Facebook post in the show notes for this. But he had an interesting take because he'd spent in the Christmas holidays, he'd watched the whole lot and was feels quite strongly about it because he helped produce Memphis 3. So I thought, right, I'll watch Memphis 3. So I started to watch that and realised it didn't really give you all the detail of what had happened before. So I haven't finished it. I've watched the first 10 minutes or something. And I got Paradise Lost 1, 2 and 3, which is the original stuff on the Memphis 3. And that's
It's crazy.
I've watched 1 and 2, they're about 2 hours each.
Yeah, it's very long, eh?
Yeah, it is long and it is a bit slow. It's not as good as...
It's not as polished.
Murderer. No, but it's a long time ago. I mean, it was the first of its kind, and it was an award-winning thing back then. So it was done in 94, 96.
Yeah.
The murders took place end of 93, 94, I think. So, anyway, Paradise Lost, it is quite good. Not as good as Making a Murderer. If you have watched Making a Murderer and you enjoyed it, yeah, give it a go. And I can't talk about the Memphis 3 yet because I haven't watched it all, but I will let you know when I do. So, Making a Murderer, man, it just made me so angry.
I think it made so many people angry.
I know, it's just unbelievable because, and it spurred me into doing a podcast, a post on LinkedIn about the rise of long-form media because, you got Serial, which is along the same lines, which is I still believe it's the most popular podcast in history.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that correct? Yeah.
I don't think it's been beaten.
Yeah, so, and that's the same sort of thing. So I think we'll see a lot more of this long-form and documentary type stuff as long as it's interesting. If it's boring, it won't go very far. But as long as it's interesting, people will put up with a lot. So we'll put a link to my post on there in case you're interested in reading that as well.
Very good. What else have you been up to this week?
What else have I been up to this week? I have been cleaning the garage in here.
Yes, the podcast studio is looking really nice.
It's improved. It's not nice yet. It's improved.
It has improved, and
we will get there though. It will be looking beautiful before the 29th when the flat inspection happens.
Yes, that's right. And Chris had to go through a lot of stuff that he's been hoarding for the many years.
Oh yes.
And we've actually got a new segment because Chris has boxes and boxes and boxes of unopened envelopes. From everywhere. Apparently none of it's important. I don't
know if it was important or not. So we got a selection of unopened envelopes from the years.
We don't know what year it's from. We do know, I don't even know what the segment's called. It's Chris's unopened envelopes found in the shed section.
Chris's unopened mail.
So the first one, that we're only going to do one an episode, but I do have his unopened Vodafone bill here. So let's get right into it.
I'll be curious to see what year that is.
Chris, I'm going to give Chris the date. This is from the 21st of October, 2002, Chris.
Oh, so it's not an old one.
This is how Chris's mind works. It's not an old one.
No, because I pretty much finished Vodafone around 2002 because I started work at Telecom in 2002. Because I started with them as Bell South, and I was one of the first 10,000 customers. My customer number was 8410.
Good story. There's a pickup line for you, Chris. See how that works for you.
So anyway, so this won't be very much. It'll be like I would have had it like on a prepaid type deal or paid $20-$30 a month. I mean, when I first got that Bell South, I got 100 minutes a month, no texting because it hadn't been on the thing. 100 minutes a month, and it cost me $360 a month.
It's got previous account balance from September as well, so you sort of half paid it. You sent 24 text messages, and I'm trying to work out what your charges are made up of. Actually, most of the you're on a daytime 100 pricing plan.
Yeah,
it looks like it gives you 100 minutes, and the amount that you owed them was $145.51.
That's a standard monthly type fee.
Wow, it was $80 and then $4 for your actual usage, and then you owed them stuff from the month before.
So $80 a month. Nah, because what do you get now for $80 a month? Like quite a lot more than 100.
Yeah, well, you'd get data as well, whereas this has got no data because your phone wouldn't be doing data.
No, not in 2002. So that's an exciting glimpse into the life of Chris Anlin. Right there.
Yeah, very interesting glimpse into a hoarder.
I swear that I wouldn't be surprised if we open one of those letters, and we've got a stack of them there to go through over the next few months.
He's pretty confident.
There'll be a check in one of them, and it'll be like, oh, damn, I should have cashed that when... I should have opened the envelope, really, because I've done that before. I've opened the envelopes years later and gone, oh, there's a check.
We grabbed a handful just for this segment, and actually he threw out, I don't know, there must have been over 100 of them.
I threw out boxes because there's a bunch of opened ones as well, obviously. But, yeah. Yes, anyway, so there you go. That's my hoarder. I had to fight the urge to hang on to stuff. You have no idea what that took out of me.
I bet. I was just throwing stuff in the boot of the car. This is going. When did you use this last? Never.
Oh, yeah. But I might. It still works. I can use it sometime.
You might have a winning lottery ticket laying around, maybe.
Oh, yeah. They only last,
12 months.
2 years. Yeah.
So who knows?
Yeah.
But what about, a lottery reimbursement fundraiser? That's got to be good.
Gosh, can you bring that up on the thing, on the screen?
Yes.
Because, so there was this, I'm sure it's in it was the website's a UK website, but I'm sure it's an American story. But this woman basically spent all her money on the $1.5 billion Powerball thing. Here we go. Go down and I'll read it out. Meet Cinnamon Nicole from Cordova. An example of absolute twattery. She allegedly spent her entire life savings buying up all the Powerball tickets she could afford. Despite the chances of anyone winning the jackpot being 1 in 292.2 million, 1 in 292.2 million, she still decided to go big. However, it didn't go according to plan. And surprise, surprise, she didn't win, and now she's completely penniless and asking for your help. Yes, she's doing a crowdfunder. The fundraising GoFundMe page to get donations and spend another fortune trying to hit it big again. So not only is she's not just trying to get all the money back so she can pay her bills. No, she's going to get enough to pay the bills plus more to spend more on the tickets. That's her quote, eh? Please help me and my family as we've exhausted all of our funds. We spent all of our money on lottery tickets expecting to win the $1.5 billion and are now in dire need of cash. With your small donation of at least $1, a like and one share, I'm certain that we'll be able to pick ourselves up from the trenches of this loss and spend another fortune trying to hit it big again. Please, won't you help a family in need? Donate now. What are your thoughts on that?
Just a typical stupid American. She won't be the only one out there, but she will be the only one that's decided to
fundraiser.
But I mean, she raised $800 of the $100,000 that she wanted before it got cancelled.
They closed it down because they
realised how stupid she was. Thought we can't publicise this stupidity much longer.
It's just man, that's just unbelievable. I'm speechless. I'm speechless on that one. So I did my own mistake though.
What's that?
I was in a bit of a funk, a fuzzy-headed state.
When's this?
I don't know, but I heard about this 1.5 billion, so I went out and bought a lotto ticket. I had a conversation with you about it and went out and bought a lotto ticket.
Okay.
And I'm like, wow, how did it get up to 1.5 billion? Yeah, I didn't win anything, by the way.
Ah, that's okay. No one does.
So yeah, I don't know why any of that happened. So anyway, that's cool. I am still not employed. I am now accepted for getting some help from the government to pay my rent, which is cool.
Thank you, government.
Yeah, Sam's thanking you because otherwise he'd be like, can you help with my rent? Because I got down to about $50, I think, in my account before that happened. So now I got enough to pay the rent, which is cool. But I've still got a couple of. I've applied for a couple of jobs, so I'm waiting to hear from them. And I've got a couple of little bits and pieces still going on with agency and stuff like that.
Yep.
So,
filming stuff.
stuff.
Was the other one the other day? Are you comfortable filming topless?
I've been confirmed for a topless shoot for Dirty Laundry, which is a new TV show. I have no idea what
Sounds
it is.
Amazing.
Yes.
I hope the New Zealand public are braced.
Ready for my my not so slender midriff. Anyway, so there was that. Did you see the thing about the sheep?
Yeah, I know. I did. I actually saw it. Even though I'm not watching the news, somehow I saw it on Facebook, I think.
Yeah.
And then my cousin from the UK was sending it to me this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at this. I was like, yeah.
So there was a road chase, a cop car chase. The guy, and this is down south, I think it was Canterbury, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yep. And he was booting it out of town, high-speed cop chase. He comes flying around a corner, and the road's just filled with sheep as the farmer's moving the sheep up the road to the next paddock. And the car, he had nowhere to go. He just stopped, and the cops took him out and arrested him. And that was the photo that was in the news.
Yeah, it was a cool photo.
It was a really good photo. And it's like, oh yeah, Constable Sheep on the beat. So that's one of those only in New Zealand stories, really, isn't it?
Pretty much. And then there was a link to it, the exact same thing that you just said. It was pretty much only in New Zealand stories, the top 10 only in New Zealand stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like New Zealand Herald, and they were like, they had a protest at Parliament where the guy drove the tractor up onto the steps.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of just random stuff that's happened.
Yeah, no, I remember that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so that was cool. The other thing that I thought was amusing in the news, well, a little bit amusing, was that Oregon militia thing. Those guys. Did you see the clip of everybody sending in dildos and various bits and pieces?
Oh, hey, look.
No sense of humour.
Okay. I see. It makes sense once you get into the story. So the co-founder of Cards Against Humanity, he sent them 55 gallons of lube.
Yeah. I think that's awesome.
And I'm just thinking, like, in America, that 55 gallons of lube is probably just something you can buy on Amazon. And
I'm pretty sure that's what it says.
And it's probably not even their biggest quantity.
Yeah.
Like, if you need a bigger quantity, they'll bring in a huge, like, tanker of it.
So they and good on him. The Cards Against Humanity, and it's obviously a huge advertising booster for them as well. But yeah, these guys have been sent out all these dildos and all the rest. So he puts in 55 gallons of lube. That's
$1,175.
And so they've got a thing over there now, and it's not Amazon, I don't think. But, well, I'm pretty sure it's not. But it's another site, and I'm sure if you Google it, you'll find it. You can go and order to be sent to somebody you don't like this thing that's called Eat a Bag of Dicks. And, and it's a big brown manila envelope, and it says, Eat a Bag of Dicks.
Yeah.
And it opens up, and it's just full of gummy penises.
Because there's one... because these pop up in the entrepreneur subreddit on Reddit all the time. And one of them was you could send someone some shit, and they got it from their, I can't remember if it was a dog or some sort of animal, and then they'd ship it wherever. But there was a story that this guy, I think it was last year, and it was send your enemies a bag of glitter. So he stuffed glitter into an envelope, right, and sent it. Now, it got on Reddit, it went mental, and he basically could not upscale fast enough in a business sense. He couldn't keep up with demand. He had glitter everywhere, and it's been a year because he sold that business for $80,000, and because someone brought it, and he's still finding glitter everywhere, like a year and a half later.
Oh, that's awesome.
So something that started as a joke turned into a viable business, and he made a lot of money.
Yeah, 80 grand's nothing to be sneezed at. I could handle that right now. And we talking about your entrepreneurial things, or is that a little early? Oh, no. Okay.
Still early.
Sam's getting some entrepreneurial leanings at the moment. I mean,
maybe.
He always has, with his op shop directory and all these other things, but he's got a new project he's looking at. But we'll talk about that later.
Because that's what I need, is another project to fill in my time.
Yeah, no, because whatever.
I've been biking a lot this week, though, which has been good.
Yeah.
And I fell off a scooter as well. That was good.
I wasn't there, unfortunately. Damn.
Oh, yeah, it was a bit... I
was there when he's pulled the plasters off and ripped all the hair out,
Yeah. It was strange, though, because luckily there was only like one other person at the park, and then after I fell off the scooter at high speed down a hill, grazed my knee, if anyone was wondering what I actually did, stood up, and then all these other people turned up just like 5 minutes after that. So I was like, I timed that well. That was good.
yeah.
And so I sort of slid along the ground, and my daughter came running down because she was at the top of the hill. And honestly, I was like, my first thought was, is she okay? Even though I'm the one sliding along the ground. And then I was telling her mum, I sent her a text and says, oh, day's going good. I fell off the scooter. And when I saw her yesterday, she goes, did you fall off the scooter or did she? I said, no, me. And first thing she says is, did you cry? Like, no, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Oh, good one. It's been good having Chloe around here for a bit, for the last couple of days or whatever.
Yep.
She's been
school holidays, so they've got one more week left, and then they go back on February the 2nd, I think it is.
Cool. Yeah, I just had a meeting this morning with the organisers for APAC. So that's
we better name drop them.
Asia Pacific podcasting conference that I'm helping with. So I'll be doing a little bit of front of house stuff or something, and speaking a little bit, moderating or something. So not quite sure about all that, but I've got a few tasks I've got to do. So
that's in 2 weeks, eh?
Yeah, it's in about 2 weeks' time. So you can go to AsiaPacificPodcastConference.com to find out more about it, or just Google that. If you get a chance, go along.
The main
really cool.
speaker is Cliff Ravenscourt. I think
it's Ravenscourt.
I'm butchering his name, but he is the podcast answer man, and he's one of the most famous.
Oh yeah, he's big time.
Yeah,
and he would normally talk to thousands of people at a go.
Yeah.
We won't have thousands of people there.
No. Well, you won't. I'm not going. I look forward to hearing all about it when you get back.
Yeah. Are you working those days, or?
I can't afford it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can sneak you in. But
no. I think I am working actually.
Yeah.
Because my weekend off's this weekend.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Did they talk about having this barbecue, whatever?
Yes, briefly. Still got to organise that. It's still got to be organised.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be cool.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
The other thing I've been organising, because, just because I don't have a job doesn't mean that I'm not busy as hell. Seriously busy. Well, when I'm not watching Making a Murderer and stuff like that. But yeah, no, we're full into the swing of TEDx Rakura. We had a few new guys come along to help out with the organising.
Did you finally
one
finalise?
One of them's already dropped out.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was that? Was that who I think it
was
is?
the one. No, it was the one I didn't invite.
Oh, there we go.
But,
Then.
which is fair enough. She said she's got probably too much on to help out, which is fine. And she said she'd help out with whatever little bit she can.
That's good that she's got the balls to say that now.
Exactly. And I did make a point of that because we've had people before that have said, oh, yeah, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. And then something else changes in life, the partner, their living arrangement, their work or something, and everything goes to crap.
Life thing always gets in the way of things, eh?
Yeah, I know. So anyway, we are still looking for speakers. I think they've sent out things to speakers. We've got a really good. I saw a video from one of the speakers or one of the potential speakers.
Awesome.
Which looks really good. I'm quite keen on them. I can't really give it away right here and right now, but
there's a date already locked in place, eh?
The date is locked in, and I'll probably get it wrong now. It's 30th of July, I think. Either that or the Saturday that's closest to that. I think it's 30th of July.
Excellent.
So that'll be really cool. We're going to have a lot more people this year than last year. Last year we were limited to 100. This year we are limited to 500 by the rules, but I think we'll be limiting ourselves to 300. Because of the size of the venue.
Yeah.
We do have other options, so if there is a sufficient demand, we might be able to go up to the 500, but at this point we're looking at 300. TEDxRecura.com, you can find out bits and pieces about it there.
I'm working that day, but I'm going to book it off soon so I can make sure I can actually go.
Yeah, go this time. So definitely it's a great day, great event. Help out if you can. If you know of anybody who has a good story that would be willing to get up and talk, they don't have to talk for long. It doesn't have to be a 20-minute talk. It could be a 3-minute talk.
Yep, and there's coaching to help them out.
Yep, I do the speaker coaching, and we do quite a bit of it. That's why we want to get the speakers on board now and start working with them.
That's really good,
so that by the time they go up there, they don't even have to think about it. It's just built in.
Automatic, yep.
So that's where we're going with that. And what else are we doing? I've been just working on the website for our Only Humane movie. So that's getting towards being finished, and I've got to sort out all the festivals and stuff like that.
I've physically seen him working on the website, Adam, so he's just not making it up. Just to let you know when you listen to this.
By the time Adam listens... Oh, no, actually, I was going to say, by the time Adam listens to this...
He might listen to this tomorrow.
Yeah, he will have seen it, but yeah, if he listens to this the next couple of days, he won't have seen it, because I've got a lot more work to do. I'm doing all the back-end stuff that'll make it look
tweaky
good.
bits.
Yeah, so there's nothing to show until I've done all that, and then I can, Anyway, so that's really cool, and I might end up selling websites as well for businesses. So if you know of a business that's having a bit of trouble with their website... Or
need an upgrade.
They need an upgrade. We're talking about pretty serious websites here with serious SEO setups, and we can do content and all the rest of it for you. That's something new that I'll be getting into fairly soon. I'm not the guy that does all that. I'll just be like the consultant. So don't worry, it's not me doing the program.
No, they've got other people doing it.
I wouldn't consider myself a website designer. I can muck around and do my own one, and I can muck around and do the Only Humane one. But yeah. Anyway, so what do you got coming up?
Oh, I have no idea.
When's the Great Pumpkin Carnival? That's March, is it?
No, 3rd of April. Actually, I've got meetings for that for next week.
Yep. You looking for anything? Do we need our listeners to help out with anything?
Oh, I just want to give me some cash. That'd be cool. No, I'm good at the moment.
Are you looking for sponsors?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, what sort of sponsors do you have?
Well, I need...
Because you got Mitre 10's already a sponsor, right?
Yeah, sort of. I got to track them down too. Everyone's hidden from me. No, I just need some cash real soon to get the registration for the Pumpkin Commonwealth thing in America.
All right, so he's got to go to the International Pumpkin Body, as it were, in America, and register this as a
official way off-site.
An official way off-site, so that the record will be recognised around the world. Because last year we got the biggest pumpkin in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
That was right, eh? Yeah.
Yep. So
how big was it, Sam? Because
754 kilos.
Yeah. He knows so well because he just tells everybody all the time.
All the time.
All the time. And it's amazing being there when they get a 750 kilo pumpkin off the truck with a crane. I mean, seriously, you just look at it and just like, whoa. How big is the giant pumpkin in our backyard going to get, do you reckon?
Not, I don't know, 100 kilos if it's lucky.
Oh, okay. And why? Is that just because it's crap ground there, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's growing in a very small area. I haven't really been doing anything with it. Yeah, I've been in a bit of a funk this year with the pumpkins, to be honest, but that's all right. Next year's looking good.
No, fair enough, because your other one and your other property, the property's getting sold, so that might be a bit of a...
Oh, that plant's crap. Not doing anything, actually.
Damn.
Yeah, this one out here is better.
Oh, where? Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
No worries.
So that's cool. Okay, so pumpkins. Anything else you're getting on to?
No, that's about it, really.
Oh, old laid back Sam.
I am. Chris keeps I don't know if Chris can see the time. He just keeps talking.
Yeah, right. No, it's okay. So we're getting over time. That's fine.
Right.
You're going to delete all the gaps, and there'll be like heaps of time.
No, actually, when you do delete it out and edit it, it only takes it down by about 20 seconds. It's quite surprising.
Oh, cool. And maybe I don't say as many crap things as I used to when we first started doing this.
But if you do want to hear all the random stuff and more laughing of Chris, make sure to check out the chrisandsampodcast.com.
Yes, you can check us out on Facebook. There'll be more posts going up on Facebook, I believe, at Chris and Sam Podcast, the Chris and Sam Podcast.
And Chris and Sam Pod on Twitter, where there's lots and lots of people following us and interacting and saying hello.
Yes, so hello to you all. Tell us what you think of the new mail for Chris.
Yeah, because we've got all sorts here. We've got like all these envelopes that we need to get through.
And if you want to hear anything specific from us, or you've got any questions, or you just want to get on the show, let us know. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for this week, isn't it?
Yep, that's us.
All right, catch you next time.
See ya.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friend.